Hey there, what is up, plant community? Green Thumb here. So, we'll do some palm tree updates. And I know originally by now I should have my palms indoors, but thing is with that is it's been really warm. Like it's gonna get I think 82, 83, maybe 84 today. So it's like summertime warm, which is quite unusual for this time of year. Usually it's chilly by now and I'd be digging things up for the threat of frost, but it looks like we ain't got frost coming in anytime soon. And remember, I'm in a zone 6A, so yeah, I have taken in the majority of my plants because it has been getting a little chilly in the night, mainly dropped down to the 60s and 50s. 50s I haven't been worried about with most things besides my alocasias, but we'll start with some palms here. Yeah, let's really get into some palms. So here we have my bamboo palm, and one of the palms back here I grow more in the shade because, well, it's good for this time of year, and especially now because we don't really get no sun back here. It's always shady. So, yeah, good for this time of year for shade loving palms. But yeah, this is my bamboo palm. Doing great. This year was mainly focused on giving growth down at the bottom and getting more bushy, which I don't mind. Here we got a new spear starting to unfurl there. So yeah, looking great. And guys, I ain't gonna lie, I figured by now the only video I'd be doing is taking my palms inside and placing them in certain places. But nope, not of this a year. But probably soon, I ain't gonna lie, we'll get frost sooner or later. Ladyfinger palm, which I've kept out in the pot. I'm going to be trying another one over in that little garden bed over there in a sheltered area. Hopefully it does well. But yeah, this year it hasn't really grown much. It's gave maybe two fronds right here because it's been worried about suckering. So it's been putting a lot of energy in trying to sucker like this guy has been rather than growing nice and tall for the winter, which is okay. Kind of an insurance policy, I guess, if it gets too cold. But yeah, had him out unless sorry about that. Unless we got a hard freeze, then yeah, I take him in. And then over here we have my parlor palm, also doing good. Of course, it's by this fan. This fan gives off warmth, which is why I really haven't worried about my Dracaenas right here because well, it stays pretty warm right here thanks to the AC unit. But yeah, it's gave some new growth. New spear there. New frond right there. Looks like there might be a new spear starting to form right there. So yeah, it's wow, about tripped over that wire. But yeah, it's doing really good. So happy with it. Happy with the results. Yeah, about tripped over that wire. Brother's got a little Halloween dinosaur out there. So welcome to the B movie Jurassic Park, I guess. But anyways, so yeah, palms doing good back here for the most part. These are the two palms that could take the coldest of the weather, but yeah, usually by now everything would be brought in. But yeah, seems to be October's an extended growing season, so yay. Alright, we'll go around front now and look at the palms up there. Alright, guys, opening up the door to the front yard. I have decorated this year. Um, just for the heck of it, because why not? So, yeah, let's talk about some palms up front. And normally I'd be bringing in my tropical boys in too, but not even my local nursery has been doing that. My friend that works there, she hasn't even done that yet because it's just been so warm and the temps haven't really been dropping that much. So we'll start over here with the pygmy date palm. It's been doing good. I've only been watering it if it goes dry, but mainly just because I can't afford to just keep watering it and hitting it with more and more water, especially since I got 3 different bananas now. So yeah, it's starting to unfurl, but slowly. They seem to be very slow growing palms, and it was in a pot when I bought it, really root bound in a pot a bit smaller than this. I only upped it maybe about 2, 3 inches in that pot because where I live, I'd rather it have roots that are really tight and compacted together and root bound rather than roots that are more spread out in the soil because here they're easier to come down to root rot because we don't get a whole lot of light during the winter months. October, it slowly starts to fade to more and more cloudy, and especially in November, and then finally December hits. It's just clouds and clouds and nothing but clouds. All right, we'll look over here. We got my Majesty palm, or some people call them Majestique palms, or however you would pronounce that. We got some old fronds down here that are starting to look a bit more tethered on the front, but good on the back. That's weird. I don't know why they're doing that, but that frond there's tethered, but I'll keep the tethered fronds on it until winter time. Because I find that with the fronds, if they're dead and they're like at the base of the trunk, because I only have like 2 inches of trunk, it kind of keeps it warmer. Because otherwise than that, when you get them, you only have the crown. But yeah, it kind of keeps them warmer. So yeah, that's what I do. I only allow him to see temps as low as 35 degrees. So yeah, it does really well out here. This is the newest frond it's produced, newest, biggest frond. Probably have to hit with some fertilizer here. And then this here is another new frond. This is one of its stunted fronds. I actually haven't had been watering it a lot with the temps dropping at night. I'll actually check it right now. Soil's still moist, so I won't even bother watering it. But yeah, and then here's the newest frond. It seems to really like it around this time because this is really when it really just starts taking off for some reason. But yeah, love this palm, and we'll probably try to attempt to keep zone pushing it again in a pot because this is the only way I can keep my palms alive is by bringing them in and out because I grow a lot of other things than just palms, so it's kind of hard just to dedicate one portion of my area to nothing but palms because it's a lot harder to do that in my room because again it doesn't receive any direct sunlight, so it's the only way I can really keep my palms alive. And then here we have my fishtail palm, one of the clumping palms. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it needs watered, but it's been doing that ever since I've split it up. So yeah, here this frond is a little yellow. Then this frond hasn't really done anything. It hasn't popped up or anything, but would be nice if it did come out of the little trunk here. So that way it can at least look a little bit better before it actually gets cold. It feels weak, so I don't know, but they've done this a lot too over at the greenhouse. But sorry guys, got distracted because the neighbors were talking out loud and loud truck. But as I was trying to say before, I kept getting distracted because of the neighbors. But yeah, it has a little bit of yellowing, so maybe it's went into shock a bit. But hopefully, sorry about the kids, guys. We're just gonna have to work with what we got today. But yeah, so it has a bit of yellowing on the fronds. Hopefully, it produces some green within the spear. But I haven't seen no new spear, so If it dies, it dies. Is what it is. Can't keep them going forever, you know. I only keep them going for so long due to space and other things because, you know, I ain't got a whole lot of space. And then this palm right here is doing good, but it needs to be watered. So, yeah, you know, if it does survive, good, good. If it doesn't, then oh well. I'll get a palm that could take more cold. This year it's kind of sucked by getting palms because we haven't had a whole lot of palms. I think that's due to the Arctic blast because she wasn't able to order in a whole lot like she normally gets every year. So yeah, I was stuck with just kind of what I had. But yeah, if it dies, I'll be on the lookout for a. But yeah, I'll be on the lookout for a European fan palm because they can actually take frost and things like that. And that's what I should have went with in the first place instead of something more tropical like a fishtail palm. All right, guys. Again, sorry about that loud truck. Just loud vehicles everywhere. Like, dang. Okay. So, yeah. Anyways, we got the Livistona chinensis, or known as Chinese fan palm, next by my Chinese windmill, or Trachycarpus fortunii. Um, so yeah, it's doing good this year. We haven't had a hot summer like we normally have, but we've had a warm summer, warm enough for it to produce this tiny little frond to get this frond really going. So yeah, happy with that. Happy because it spear pulled and I got to come back. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Long as it can come back, I'm a happy camper. So yeah, Livistona chinensis doing really good. Trachycarpus fortunii, I repotted him up a little bit, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to put this guy in the ground where that uh, Majesty Palm is. Because if anything, I could take the Pygmy Date and that and put these two here so they match, and then have him over there and have him in the ground right there so that way they kind of match. But I don't know because next year will be my first time zone pushing in the ground, and that might be my first attempt in a affordable way. But otherwise than that, if I can't do it in an affordable way, then I don't think I can really zone push like that. Only can in the pots. But then again, I don't think I really have to protect this. But yeah, it's doing good. We got some fronds here on the bottom that are starting to yellow and brown out, which when that does, I'll just trim that away. But yeah, new frond there, new spear, new frond, new frond. It's done really well this year. You can see it's starting to kind of close in, so I got to kind of water it. So that's what I'll do after I get done with this video. But yeah, that's really about it of my palm trees. So yeah, otherwise than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, as always, keep it real and keep it tropical.